Andy, obviously tonight, no failures, really pleasing performance. Is that your view on it as well?
Yeah, no, it is. I think it was a really strong performance. I think from everybody involved, including the guys that come off the bench and give us that little bit of lift, which I think we've had recently, and we've had all season, to be honest. Whenever we're turning there and we're bringing guys on, we get a real lift from it, and it just gets us over the line, because I thought we fully deserved the win today. There was a spell, I thought at the start of the second half Peterhead came out and really actually started to play well, and that 10-minute spell, you're a bit concerned because you're only 1-0 up, and you know that goals change games so quickly, and we know the quality of Peterhead in terms of the forward areas. They're really good going forward, and we spoke before the game that if defensively we could be as sound as we've been, then we would have a real opportunity to go and win the game, and that's exactly what's happened. So really pleased with a lot of performances. It'd be wrong to single anyone out, because that was a real good team performance. I don't think there was a failure anywhere. One person though you would like to credit is fellow guy, obviously coming in last minute with Big Liam. He was ill Thursday night, came in, tried to train, and credit to him, he's desperate to play, the big man, but at the same time we can't take any chances with illness like that spreading throughout the group when we've got 3 games this week. So we made the decision to play Phil, and didn't put a foot wrong, and it's a real credit to him, and it's great that we're fortunate enough to have a strong goalkeeping department that we can make those decisions. So really pleased for him, but pleased for everybody, because when you go and win 4-0 in this league, that's not easy to do. It's not. There's a lot of good teams. Peterhead have got a lot of strong players, but I thought today we were really good on the ball. We kept it at times, especially at the start of the game. I thought we settled ourselves into it, and then some of the attack and play at times was good to watch and exciting to watch.
That's another clean sheet as well, and you've said that this season, that's what the season's been built on, so it must be good to get another one.
Of course it is, and that was one thing we spoke about before the game. Actually, when we were up there at Peterhead, obviously you'll remember that the game when we lose 2 really poor goals, and I thought defensively that was the only probably half hour, 45 minutes I could be critical of them. Since then they've played 8 league games and they've lost 3 goals, which is outstanding, and that's now 9 games and 3 goals. So they're a credit to themselves, and you see how desperate they are as a team to keep a clean sheet. The last 5 minutes of the game, it's easy just to go, we've given the ball away, but we give the ball away and I watch 4 or 5 guys go and sprint to get back behind the ball, and that's a credit to them. They're a credit to themselves in the way that they do that, because they're all desperate to get that clean sheet because they've worked so hard for it. So listen, loads of positives to take from today, especially having lost last week, the first loss in 10. You're wanting to then go and bounce back with a win and a strong performance, and we've certainly done that.
Lewis Brown back on the bench as well, that must be competition for places quite rife now.
Yeah, of course it is, and that's not including Cal Waters, who'll hopefully get some game time on Tuesday night, which is great. Luke Donnelly, who we're hoping will be back in a week or so. Andy Clark will be back in a week or 2. So yeah, real competition for places, and that's great to see. Brown's worked hard to get back. It was a lot worse, much worse injury, than we initially first thought with his ankle. So great to see him getting back out there, back in the squad today. But the competition for places is huge at the moment, and that's one thing that is driving us on. That's why we're getting results. That's why we can turn to the bench and make as many changes as we do, and it still doesn't. In fact, it doesn't not just affect the quality. It actually enhances the quality at that time, because players in the opposition are tired, and the last thing they're wanting is the guys that we've got in terms of the quality coming off the bench to go and finish the job, really. And that's exactly what we've done today.
And a great personal achievement for Stephen Buchanan and Luke Donnelly, hitting 100 appearances.
Brilliant, yeah, and that's something Allo has been built on. That's the foundations that we've been built on as a club for a long time, is players coming here, enjoying it and staying and going contributing. So delighted for them to get that recognition. They fully deserve it. LD and Steg have been great, and it's good for the club to recognise that. I think it's really important, and at part-time level that is exactly what everything's built upon, really, is having that consistency in your squad, and credit to them. So really pleased for them.
Yeah.